Welcome back to Freestyle Fridays, family. We are going to be making some baby back ribs using some delicious rub-a-dub-dub. You guys, welcome back to Freestyle Friday. Check this out. Look at these amazing baby back ribs that we cooked in this amazing rub that we're going to be using today. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I created the rub and also how to take off the membrane of these baby back ribs. They look absolutely stunning and delicious. You guys don't want to miss this. Stay tuned, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to your girl's channel. Turn on that bell notification and subscribe. All right, you guys, today we're having some rub-a-dub-dub. We're going to be using some garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, some chili, some dark chili powder, some coarse black pepper, and we're going to be using some cayenne pepper. And also, we're going to be using some OMG, we're going to be using some brown sugar. Guys, get you some brown sugar. This recipe calls for brown sugar. You have to have the brown sugar for this rub. Brown sugar, and we're also going to be using some salt. This right here in this jar is called sea salt. Use, I will say any salt you like, whatever you like. It's Freestyle Friday. Welcome to Freestyle Friday, you guys, where we make things happen. Captain, up in your girl's crib. That's what we're doing. Some baby back rub-a-dub-dub ribs in the oven, okay? And we're going to put that oven on 350 degrees. We're going to cook them for about a couple of hours with some foil halfway on, and then we're going to open up the foil and let them cook the rest of the way. So 350 the first hour with the foil halfway on, and then the second hour with the foil off. Do what you do. It's your food recipe and your Freestyle Friday. You guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, family. All right, here we go. This is why I don't measure. This is why I don't measure any food, because I don't really know how to use no measuring cup. So you're going to see me here struggling a little bit. We're going to first put in our chili powder, and I'm trying to show you what the measurements is. You guys, please just season to your taste. Season to your taste. Season to your taste, because let me tell you something about measuring. Somebody's half a teaspoon is a lot different than somebody else's half a teaspoon or a full tablespoon. Like this right here is cayenne pepper. I didn't fill that whole thing up. That's a whole, I can't see what it is, but anyhow, I didn't fill that whole thing up because that cayenne pepper is hot. Sometimes some people could take more heat than other people, right? So you have to be mindful of what you're putting in here and how much you're putting in here. So I started off with the measurements, and I was doing very, 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 very well. And then all of a sudden I lost track, and then I just started dumping stuff in. So you guys, there is no particular way, but if you measure kindly, be mindful in for other people, especially if you're making it for other folks. The only time I seem or feel like stuff that has a distinctive taste, like say Popeye's chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's always going to be the same taste, always going to be the same measurements probably. Who knows how they do it? But yes, if I'm making this from home, let me tell you something. Every time I make something from home, it never has the same taste. Even when I do measure, it doesn't have the same taste. There's always something different about it. So there goes that coarse black pepper, and I didn't even fill that measuring cup up with the coarse black pepper. And I really just didn't. I really just wanted to go ahead and just start throwing everything in. Just throw everything in like I usually do. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. But I decided I was going to try to measure this. And the only thing I probably got right on here is the brown sugar. And I don't think I got that right, because I think I added another half a cup after I added this in, after I stirred it all up. As a matter of fact, I did. I added another half a cup of brown sugar with that cup of brown sugar. And then I'm adding some oregano. Freestyle Friday, I'm adding some oregano in there, and this rub-a-dub-dub, some oregano. You guys got to throw a twist of flavor in there. And then we got that salt. So, and then this right here, the salt, I just didn't want it to be too salty, but I just didn't really know how much salt I wanted to put in here. So that's what I'm saying. Let me tell you, basically I wanted to measure this stuff just in case it turned out amazing. Then I can tell people, okay, this is how much you use, this is how much you use, especially if you want it to taste hotter than usual, or if you wanted to taste sweeter than usual. I wanted to get some type of result that way, but I just couldn't do it. And I'm so sorry, family, I couldn't give you that result of the right measurements for this. So just season to your taste, add what you need, don't put what you don't want. Like if you don't want it spicy, the cayenne pepper, however you want to do. You know, some people just don't like it like that, but be mindful, season to your taste, and I'm just gonna go with the flow. Season to your taste, season to your taste. Whew. We got that taken care of. That was rough. That was literally rough, okay? I usually don't make rubs. I just usually put seasonings on my ribs. Whatever I feel like doing, Freestyle Friday, whatever season I want to put on the ribs, I just put on the ribs. And they always come out amazing. They always come out amazing, but there's something different about a rub. The way the rib tastes, the texture of the rib, it's so different, you guys. It really is. Don't forget to turn on that bell. Turn on that bell for your girl, Michelle. Turn it on now. All right, you guys, here goes our baby back ribs. I'm going to show you guys how I take off that membrane, but look at that nice rack of ribs right there. It's just one slab, and I cut it in half to make it easier for me to manage. And then I'm just going to show you now how I get that membrane off. And you guys, if you don't know anything about the membrane, it's best to take it off. I'm going to say you don't have to, but it just makes the back part of that when you try to cut or eat or bite is kind of tough. So you want to get that membrane off just so your ribs can be a lot more tenderer. Tenderer, is that a word? Tenderer? Please help me out. But anyhow, take that membrane off of the back of that rib, and we're going to rinse those ribs off again, and then we're going to go ahead and season it up, family. Yes, look at that. Just easy as pie. Sometimes I have a rough time getting that membrane off, but you know, if you grab it by the right angle and the right corner, you can just take it right off. And we're going to do the same thing to the other one. All right, spicy family, stay freaking tuned. All right, Spice family, let's get this all rubbed up. Let's get it all rubbed up. I got my big pan out. I love this pan because it doesn't make a mess everywhere. So I can put my ribs in there, whatever I want to season, and toss it around, and it doesn't get a big mess everywhere. I used to season my stuff in the sink, but I said, oh, that's just not sanitary. But so I said, okay. And then I started seasoning in a bowl, but the bowl gets mess everywhere. So this big pan right here is going to be nice and ready for me to season these baby back ribs. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil on here, and then we're going to go ahead and put our rub on, and we're going to do our thing. So let's get started, family. Let's get started. Let's put a little bit of oil and get started. I hope everybody's doing absolutely amazing today. I hope you're doing amazing. Don't forget to check out the Praying Couple cooking series. Go check them out as they do their thing on their channel Monday through Friday. That's what they do. They're not off on they're off on the weekends. Monday is shout out Monday. Friday is Miss Bling's Fashion. And then Tuesday is Twisted Taco Tuesday. Thursday is Mr. DJ Vince Funny Time. And Wednesdays is prayer. If you need some prayer, go over there and get you some prayer. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Amen. All right, let's get this going. Don't forget to check out the Spice Queen TV, y'all. Don't forget to check out the Spice Queen TV. If you want to know more about me, Michelle is my name, and that's what it is. Look at all that rub-a-dub-dub we are putting on those baby back ribs, you guys. It's going to be amazing and stunning. And I don't believe people usually put oil on their rubs. I don't know what they do. I'm not a griller. Just put it that way. I don't grill. I don't get on the barbecue grill. I just kind of do my thing. But I put my hats off to the grillers who be out there grilling and making that meat look absolutely stunning with that rub. My brother-in-law, he's a griller. He has a smoker. He has a grill. He be having 3 grills set up when we go over there for barbecues, and he be having that smoker and his rubs and all that stuff going on, and them ribs be so dark. But then when you crack that puppy open, you're like, oh my God. It's like, it looks like it's burnt on the outside, but on the inside, the meat is absolutely amazing. And it It's beautiful. So I guess that's what the rub does on the grill. It just kind of gives it that burnt effect on the outside, that dark black effect, and then on the inside, the meat is incredible. So, but I'm not a griller. I'm just doing things like this for my sobriety, to keep myself sane, to keep myself sober, and I just get in here and I just do what I do. So that's what I do. So don't come at me sideways when you say that's not how you do it, but this is how we do it on Freestyle Friday. Holla at your girl. This is what we do. Do your thing, chicken wing. Do it how you want to do it. However you want to do it, that's what's going to make you happy. However it's going to make you happy. Season to your taste. Do it how you want to do it, okay? So if you want a specific video, there's a whole bunch that I've seen out there that shows you step by step of how to do the rubs, how to season. If you want less talking, I have videos with no talking, just music. If you want, I mean, literally, I have a lot of videos. If this doesn't satisfy you, if you just want to hear me talk and get to know more about me, that's the Spice Queen TV. If you want to just, I got a whole bunch of videos. Go check them out. You don't have to hear me running my mouth all the time, okay? You don't have to listen to the Spice Queen, but if you like to listen to me, thank you. I truly appreciate you. All right, so here we go, guys. We've got this all seasoned up, all rubbed up, and we're gonna get ready to put it in the foil and get ready to put it in the oven on 350 for 2 hours. 1 hour with the foil on. It's not all the way on, and then the last hour with it off. So stay tuned, Spice family, stay tuned. All right, Spice family, let's get these ribs in that foil. I'm going to rinse this pan out really quick. And there goes Michele. That's how you say that. Michele. That was when I first started the channel. And now I'm just Michele, the Spice Queen. No, I'm Michele still, always and forever. But now I'm just Michele, okay? Just Michele. That's my name, Michele. But anyhow, let's get that pan back over here so we can go ahead and get our... Once again, it's taking me so long to do these things. I just don't understand what happens. I think I'd be turning the video off, but stay tuned. Okay, Spice family, sorry, I had to cut like 2 minutes of the video because I just let it run and run and run because I thought I put it on pause. I don't know what I thought it did, but it was still running. Okay, I thought I put it on pause, which... I be having my brain be on overload. I be doing so many things and I'm sitting here and the video is just still going. So we got it all together. I took a big chunk out of it and we cut it and now we're back on track. And look at those ribs. We got that foil. We're going to put that foil there and then we're going to cover up the sides and the other sides, and we're not going to close it all the way. We're going to have a big gap open so we can get some steam in there. And I'm using a gas stove. I don't know if that makes a difference. Electric stove with the gas stove. And it does, you guys. It cooks a lot different. This gas stove is amazing. I was so terrified of it, but the gas stove works so much different than an electric stove. So check this out, family. Look at this there. See that gas stove? Look at those ribs. They look absolutely stunning and amazing. And this is the first hour, family, and they look delicious. Look at all the juices, the oils, everything that's coming off of those ribs. And look at that there. OMG. Let me tell you, when I cut into those ribs, they were so tender. When we ate the ribs, so flavorful. And I added a little bit of barbecue sauce in a little cup just so we could dip our rib in there. So good. And then I plated it with some Alfredo, just a little package Alfredo thing that you get from Knorr in the Walmart, and some baked beans. Just plated it up, But anyhow, there it is, you guys. Done. Doesn't it look absolutely stunning, amazing, and delicious? Look at that. It looks like I put it on the grill. Don't it look like I put it on the grill? I think it does. But let me tell you something. When you cut it open, you got that beautiful baby back rib, flavorful meat. I had to add a little bit of salt to mine. I needed more salt to mine, but you know what? To each his own. See what I'm saying? That's why I don't measure. But anyhow, let's make that plate. You guys, first let me cut it up. Look at that. I got it on this plate so you guys can see how beautiful it looks on that white plate. You can see it more better, more stunning. And then I'm going to cut it. Look at that. Look at the, y'all, when I say this was amazing, it was amazing. Now we're getting ready to make that plate. And I want to say thank you so much to all my new subscribers, my beautiful old subscribers. Holla at your girl. There is our beautiful plate. You guys, this was once again fun to make for you guys. And I always like to plate up what I make with something, but I don't show the whole thing of making the whole dish anymore, just the main attraction. And the main attraction was the baby back ribs. Holla at your girl, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Smooches.